Hey, I'm back with part 2 of my video on media appearances. In my last video, I went through the 6 things not to do when you're doing a media interview, so check that video out. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 more things that you should not do and some tips that will help you make your interview count and generate interest in your story. Stay tuned. Hi, my name is Fennella Bruce and I'm a media consultant. Now, one of the things that just drives me nuts is when I'm watching a great media interview and it's just ruined by things like bad lighting, bad audio, bad background, things that are distracting to a great message. I spoke about a lot of those things in my last video, so make sure you check that out and some tips to make things better. What you want to make sure is that your message is given clearly, concisely, and it's presented in the best light possible. You want to generate interest about your story, and you want to make sure that your delivery is A1. So I'm going to give you some tips, 5 of them coming up, on how to make sure that happens. Okay, so the first thing that I want to emphasize, okay, are you listening? Answer the question. Don't avoid questions. Don't evade them unintentionally or intentionally. Answer the question that is asked of you. It's so important. If you have a key message that you're trying to get out, I tell all my clients to try and get it in maybe the second answer. But you don't want to start out the interview by not answering the question that is asked of you. Typically, producers will give you an idea of what the interview will be about and some of the general ballpark questions that will be asked. But you want to make sure that you're straightforward in your interview and you're not trying to sidestep things. It will just make the interview very uncomfortable for everybody. Key points, so important. Know your key points. What is your goal? What is the important information you're trying to get out there? What is your message? What do you want the audience to know about you, your brand, your product, your event, your organization? Know what your message is. Write it down ahead of time, write it in point form, review it, and get it up here. So when your interview happens, you come across nice and clear. One of the worksheets for today's video is an outline to help you identify your key points. So be sure to download it to help you with this step. You know the saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. You want to make sure that you have video that engages the audience. It's called B-roll. It's the video that runs under an interview when you're talking about your organization or the product or an event, and you want to make sure it's good video. Television stations, producers, they love it when you provide your own B-roll so they don't have to go out and shoot it, but more importantly, you control the branding, you control the message, and how it looks. Filler words. You want to avoid them. Words like, you know what I mean? Good question. Get rid of them. It just makes it sound like you don't know what you're talking about. If you need to, pause, take a beat, collect your thoughts. It's better than using filler words because it's very distracting. And I mean, I know, because I'm guilty of the And one trick that I've learned to do is record yourself. Listen to yourself and you'll hear how many times you're using your filler word and you'll cut down or even eliminate it from your conversation. So you want to make sure that you're not putting all these extra words in there that don't need to be there. You want to sound like very authoritative and you know what you're talking about. Get rid of those filler words. Lastly, photos, so important. Get a professional headshot done for digital, for print, also for social media. Media outlets will ask you for a photo so they can promote your interview on their social media. You want to make sure that you have a good headshot done. No selfies, no photos from the bathroom, no photos that mom or dad took. Get a professional headshot done. Invest in it. Invest in yourself. It's so important. You want it to look good. You want it to look on brand. Make the investment, get a good headshot. The same goes for your product. Get your products professionally shot. You want to make sure that they're shown in the best light, that your branding is shown, that it looks great. Make the investment. It's important. This is about your business or your organization or your company. So make sure everything looks great and how you want it to look. So that wraps it up for media appearances. Again, check out my earlier video for all of the points. You've seen this video. Now you have everything. You'll have a great media interview if you follow my tips. Make sure that you download the worksheets in the description box, or you can head to my website, fkbmedia.com/DLC. The password is YouTube, all caps, and you can download the worksheets there for free. As well, when you're there, head to my Contact Us page and sign up for the newsletter. You'll find out about these videos a day before everybody else, as well as have access to the worksheets a day before everyone else. Follow me on social media at fkbmedia.com. I have more tips on there, and I'll let you know about upcoming videos. In the meantime, be well, work with purpose, and I'll see you next time.